all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. Check it. The new world order spot is new as the quarter, cause ever since they made the money, man, things ain't been the same. We was in chains when the surface take his veins in Indian veins. Now they using different names. Check it. The reservations all reserved plantations for original nation. It's like population devastation. You see these masons made plans back in 1776 while they were cutting off our dicks. Ever heard the Illuminati stole the bones? Well, ask somebody about your party, Democrat, Republican. I'm for relation. The list goes on and on, but I just thought I'd give you a little something. Get started on the day is newborn. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. I travel many roads, but today I cross sands. I'm running the camel's back, I'm a god, you a man. Solomon was the first mason, so what are you chasing? False like you need to be with your own right. Take the right, not the left side. Demons gonna die, open up your third eye. Get high, got you open like a black hole. Let that dwell, no longer smell of Satan's tail. It's up for sale, you can have it as a freebie. So here it is, I'd rather have the G-Force, cause that's my biz. Open up your mind black and get clear on what we need to do now. With no fear, I'ma steer you through the next zone. Now this zone ain't no cavemans in a home. They've been blown away by the cool breeze. From my trees, you've been eased by the century. No misery. Brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell. It's a brand new day. Bad news for the Boule and ADL as well, cause they all doomed to hell.
And we went there to find symbolism that we can share with you to try to expose the interconnections between now Boule and Skull and Bones and Phi Beta Kappa and Round Table, etc. These interconnections are important because the concept of the problem, the openness, is that in some moments when we believe we have the most substantial evidence, when we believe that our military apparatus is well prepared above the ground and below, then we will begin to exert influence upon those who we believe have betrayed us, and the trial of the overtakers will commence.
In one of my art classes, and we used to talk and stuff like that, you know, cool brother. And then the brother said one day, he said, I heard you design shoes or whatever. So he was design shoes, so we got into this talk about design. He said, man, what I'm trying to look for is to get designed a skirt for men that's a masculine skirt for men. You see, now I already knew that this guy here was suspect. You know, but you be so and all. And I know what he's talking about here because I already know, because see, that's the gay capital of America now. The black gay capital is Atlanta. So it's a whole phenomenon going on down there. They got a whole section of town, Midtown, that is a whole section for gay, white men and black men. And so this brother was like, I want to get a skirt done, and he was trying to look for something to corner the market that was something that they had been discussing in gay black community, of a masculine skirt for men. And he was trying to corner the market on this shit by being a part of that gay community. Now they got this new shit called metrosexual. There's a brother named Kalindi up in Detroit was talking about it when I was up there, and this is what Hollywood is going to. What Hollywood is going to, and it's just the black man is going to be included in that type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Which goes back down to the gay rap community. Now you must understand this because I saw this thing happening in Atlanta. In Atlanta, at the AU Center, you got 5 black schools, so it's a test ground or a training ground for everything socially going to happen to black people. You got the government agencies is up in there also, and just basically all types of things where either they study in the case study of these black children or things that's happening, or they're either influencing things. And it could be some subliminal shit that's going on because we know those CDs, now you see a DVD have 2 or 3 movies on the same DVD. Well, that means that it shows you can overlay stuff. So with CD technology, they can put a whole nother thing up under the CD. And although you think you're listening to something, that's only getting to the outer ear, but the inner ear melanin, which is the nucleus, there's something else, a whole nother CD you can be telling you, be gay. Subliminal seduction. You are gay. So one brother, go and kill. Well, we know that happens already. Go kill with the gangs and all that. So this is interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute with the terrorist thing. So what happened is this. When I was in New Jersey, I did a lecture in Newark in '96, and some brothers stepped to me from Newark and said, "Look, man, we know something, man. Our friends are being turned gay. They're being turned gay." Well, it's interesting here because I do know based on if they can overlay stuff in CDs. That's why the album you can backmask and you can hear things. They can even overlay shit in vinyl. People used to backmask and turn the shit backwards in your head. Well, they can really do the CD technology. They can do it because there's 2 holograms. And one thing can be telling you you are a gay person. So this stuff can be coming from the music. Now let me show you what happened. So he said they're turning people into gay. Well, in the AU Center, they don't have certain things as couples. At Clark Atlanta University, it's interesting. The guys hang in a group with guys. The girls hang in a group of girls. Now, when I was in school, my culture was, when I was growing up, my culture, when I was growing up, was saying that no matter how great you were, when I was growing up, my culture was, as far as being a male, is no matter how swell of a guy you were, you wasn't nothing until you got you some. Now, I know that might be raunchy, but that's just the way the shit was. They be like, "Oh, I really like that brother." They be like, "Yeah, he ain't fucking nothing though." That's right. He ain't gonna get no ass now. He ain't fucking nothing. And even in college, they were like, "Yeah, that brother there, he showed his school." They were like, "That nigga ain't fucking nothing. He won't hit a lick at us, nigga. He's scared of pussy." So what happened is this. What happened is you have these new guys, and what they do is they hang around each other totally. One reason why, because rap is an all-male discipline. Like what we think. When you think about the amount of sisters that's actually rapping and stuff like that, you can count them on one hand. And you know what I'm saying? And in each era, it's only damn near 2. You see? But you can count them on one hand as far as the amount of sisters that's actually doing something and all. So, the phenomenon can be infiltrated and reinforced in the aspect of the government being able to experiment with all types of things they want to deal with. So this leads to the aspect of the gay aspect of the rapper industry. Well, why not? Because it's clear that homosexuals can find, especially males can find sanctuary in an all-male discipline. You see what I'm saying? The woman is relegated to an object. You know what I'm saying? And I have a piece right here. It's interesting that they're giving complaints right here on, I have the whole article. the entire article, but they're giving complaints on how the dark-skinned women in rap videos, and it says dark-skinned women have been banished to the background of hip-hop videos. Here's an article coming out. I guess it's called The Blackout. Now I don't know if this is coming from the original. Remember your black whitewash, but I don't know if it's the same as associated with that conscious page. This is one here where they talk about dark-skinned women have been banished from rap videos. They did a whole survey on it and saying that they are in the background, and in the foreground it's always some light-skinned sister. So here you're dealing with objects in the first place. And when you're dealing with objects, of women as being objects, and being something for them no more than being a part of the backdrop of the terrain, it's easy the down low male and all this other thing that I've been talking about infiltrated into the whole rap thing. You see what I'm saying? Into the whole rap aspect. Plus, you got, for the last 15, since Two Live Crew, first to predicate this thing, you got a culture where you calling them bitches and hoes for the last fucking 10 years. So here goes up that if you're gonna have a down low male, which is this metrosexual or whatever we call these new forms of black homosexuality, it can literally the rap community. What? You got a whole crew of rappers. You know what I'm saying? That's gay. You know what I'm saying?
Literally calling their own mamas hoes.
And not only that, here's the new thing. Here's the new thing. Now we know the black rappers this. No matter how thugged out they were, they always put the mama on a pedestal in the videos. We see that whole thing. Hell, Tupac coined the whole thing of Thug Nation. But 9 years ago in 1994, he did a whole thing on mama. You know what I'm saying? Now, the king of rap now, like Elvis Presley, is Eminem. And he's reversed it because 90% of his has been anti-mama. How his mother is fucked up. So here's the white man that come in and done put this, elevated this guy, gave him the Oscar, the Academy Award, and relegated him to the highest level of rap. And now he the king. Who would ever thought that the king of rap in this day, because you got Jay-Z is supposed to be the top black rapper, but he is not as big as Eminem. Why? Because they got more white people in the country and they don't even need black rappers now.
More white people.
That's right. Right, so he's the king of rap now. Who would ever know 10 years later, if you said this 10 years ago, that in 2003, king of rap would be a white, would laugh at you. But that white boy is clever. The key here is, he's reversed the order of, no matter how thugged out the black rapper was, he always put his mama on the pedestal. Now he is coming in and got a whole anti-mama campaign. So much until they even went on CBS News or ABC News and talked about how it had his mama on there talking about how this motherfucker hates you. Not only does he talk about his mama in a certain way, he said he hates you in so many words. Now going back, it's still this mass of homosexuality. Well, because we know that we know this in the sports world because they say that football is nothing but organized homosexuality. You see what I'm saying? So we got this whole thing in the rap community going on now. You see. And it's being perpetuated with this whole concept. You see what I'm saying? Of anti-woman, and you see what I'm saying? Where you hang with your boy is the center of civilization for you. It's all about hanging with your fucking homies. You see. When we hung with a bunch of niggas, it was a whole focus was to get women. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm telling you what I know because I've seen this thing happen with guys in their early 30s. I got a group of guys way to college now, and They go out to lunch, but they never go out to lunch with sisters. They go out to lunch with other brothers. And it's a whole culture. You see this going on and stuff. And these guys are going to get married for the whole social order, but the people they hang with, and they go out to lunch and they do everything, is always a bunch of other brothers. And they're not going out getting other women. You see what I'm saying? They're going out, they have all types of get-togethers and stuff, and it's all males. You see? I'm of another generation. I ain't got no use for shit if ain't no females around or whatever and all, you know what I'm saying? So it's the way things are actually going, you know. So that's prevalent in the society. Now, in the society, we must ask the question why Missy Elliott blows up. Yeah. You know, why she blows up. And why some nigga Cisco comes out with the thong song and a few other things with Drew Hill, and now he's making movies. Known gay. Big time faggot. You see what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And this thing goes on and on and on and on. Very interesting. You know, so.
That's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful information. With some of the CIA gangs, we know that these gangs been planted in the so-called community.
Yes.
That's why I said the CIA,
right.
The government. No, this is.
It was interesting that
are the gangs labeled now as terrorists, brother?
Yes, it's interesting here because a couple of years, about 6 or 7 years back, I said, you know, it's amazing how you could have people with these can't even function well in society, but they're nice people. Not just in the LA, but were in all the Crips and Bloods was scattered throughout the United States. Crips and Bloods in New Orleans, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Omaha, Nebraska. You see what I'm saying? Atlanta, Georgia. They all over, and I'm like, well, how can people be so damn organized? You see what I'm saying? And yet they can't even open up a candy store, tie their fucking shoe. That's because it was a government system. Now even Dick Gregory even did the Freedom of Information Act. We find out also, and I told him, I said, those people are put together by the government. I told him this in '96. Dick Gregory recently does get the Freedom of Information Act and find out that the